Okay, so here is video 2, and this video is about intuition. So in the first video I talked about nature, and this one we're going on to intuition. So tuning in to your feminine energy, to your innate wisdom that's in you, to your gut instinct, whatever you want to call it, it's inside you. And one way that I've really learnt to connect to my inner wisdom is through angel cards, oracle cards, tarot cards as well. So I've been using these. This is my second deck. These are the Native Spirit ones by Denise Lynn, and they're beautiful. They help you connect with your ancestors, which is something I have quite a strong pull to. I think that healing the maternal line thing is something really important, because if you stop and think about it, we're connected to everyone that's ever been before us. So the things that happen to your mum and the things that happen to her mum and so on, right back through time, they do all have a little bit of an effect on who you are today. And obviously the male side as well, but for me there's this real connection with the feminine, the maternal line at the moment. So I use these cards, and I was asking for some guidance the other day. And then I think if you've never used these before, or any kind of cards, I think what's really lovely is you pull the cards just very naturally. There's nothing linear about it. You shuffle them and certain cards start to drop out, or they poke out. Some of them jump on the floor in front of you, and I didn't kind of believe that when I first started watching somebody do these live online about a year ago. And I was like, yeah, how can that happen? But actually, when you really tune in, and now maybe I've got more of a natural intuitive nature, or I'm more tuned into my intuitive nature than many of you might be, but it is something that comes over time. So don't give up if you don't get it straight away. So basically what I do when I start is shuffle the cards, and as I'm shuffling, I'm asking a question, asking for guidance about something. So sometimes it might be as simple as one card to start the day, and it might be something like, how can I best serve my purpose today? Or how can I best serve my clients today? How can I be the best parent to my children today? So the cards I did the other day were about my future direction, because I could feel such a shift in where I'm going. So I'm a copywriter and content creator, and I love doing that, but I knew that there was something else that wasn't quite coming in. So I say I work with heart-centered entrepreneurs, and I think really what's coming through is that I need to be doing much more about women and intuition and tuning into that divine feminine energy. So whether that's through the people that I work with, or whether that's through the things I do, maybe the talks, the books I write, videos I make, and things like that. So these were the cards that I pulled the other day. So first of all, I got Grandmother Earth. You might not be able to read the words if that's backwards, but you can see that's a lovely sunset photo over some mountains with some lovely flowers. And ironically, I'm here in Corfu, and the scenery is not dissimilar, with lots of big mountains and the most stunning sunrises, because we're facing east over there. Now this Grandmother Earth card has come up a few times for me lately, and sometimes you'll find when the same card comes up over and over again, it can be that the universe is really trying to tell you something. So that Grandmother Earth card is really about grounding. And for a long time I felt very pulled by the sky and the stars, and felt very ungrounded, basically, very up in the sky, you know, wanting to be away in the stars somewhere. And I knew that at some point I needed something to bring me back. I'm not quite sure what changed, but I feel very, very grounded now. And this week here in Corfu has certainly helped that. So the first card was that Grandmother Earth. That was the lovely mountains and the sunset, and basically telling me to get more grounded, to make some plans, not necessarily shout about them straight away, but get some things in action, and get that solid foundation there. The second card that came up was Spirit of Fire, which is, it has lots of different meanings, obviously, depending on your moment. But for me, again, beautiful sunset photo. There's a theme here with me and sunsets. But it's really about just feeling that fire in your belly and feeling that something needs to change, and tuning in to that. And then the third card, again, beautiful colours here, gathering your tribe. I love the little tents too, the little teepees. And I've got quite a connection to sort of Native American, sort of American Indian thing. I'm not quite sure why, or maybe something in a past life, but I've got an American Indian tribal name for my youngest daughter. So there must have been something there that kind of came through that I didn't, I wasn't really aware of. So gathering your tribe is obviously, kind of says on there what it is. It's about connecting with other people and pulling together and just raising that vibration together. And for me, gathering your tribe and connecting with people who are on the same wavelength as me, and simultaneously letting some other things go, I think that's really important at the moment. So I wanted to show you those 3 cards because some of you may never have done anything with these cards before, and I wanted to show you just how simple they are really, because they've only got a couple of words on them, but you can really tune into the picture as well. You don't just have to read the word and the explanation in the little book that comes with it. You can look at the pictures too. And something really lovely, a few weeks ago I went for a morning walk, and then in the evening I did some cards, and the card that came up had an almost identical photo to one I'd taken just after sunrise in the morning. And that was really cool. So I kind of knew that I was on the right path because I'd had some really deep thoughts and things while I was out on the walk. So what these cards do is they help you to feel supported and more connected to your own intuition. So intuition can also be things like, when you get in the car and you're driving, and then you just kind of have like this sixth sense that tells you to go a different way or something. And then later you find out that that road was closed, or there was an accident or something. And actually the way you took was the better route in the end. And that's a really simple example, but there can be loads of things that we tune into, things that we say, oh, I bet so-and-so is going to happen, or that person's going to appear, or that plane's going to be late or something. And often we're right, and we don't spend enough time tuning into that intuition these days. So part of what I want to teach is helping you all to feel more supported by the universe and more in tune to your own feminine nature. And if using the cards is something that you fancy doing, get yourself a deck, choose some that the pictures really appeal to you. So for me, Native Spirit, when I saw them on, I think I saw it on an Instagram account first, it was a picture of an owl, and I love owls. So that was one thing. And then when I researched the pictures and saw some of the others, I thought, yeah, these are absolutely the right cards for me. So do spend a little bit of time choosing them. Go into a shop and actually handle them if you can. If not, if you're buying online, just make sure you have a good look through the pictures and find some that feel like they resonate with you already. The very first ones I got were the Angel Therapy cards by Doreen Virtue, and they're lovely, really, really simple to use as well, and beautiful pictures. So there we go, that's my quick little video about intuition and how we can use therapy cards, angel therapy cards, oracle cards, to tune in and feel supported to our innate feminine wisdom inside of us. See you soon!